Okay, people, quick pickups again. So what can we say about this time? There's some anime Blu-rays I've been picking up since a while back. Some games. Most recently, I was to Retrogathering, which is a very classic retro game convention in Västerås. I've been going there for like 10 years by now. And I got to say, this year's edition was a bit of a letdown. They changed to a much smaller venue. It felt not very well prepared, to be honest. A lot of the usual sellers weren't there. But anyways, it's still fun, and I get to meet so many lovely people. Crazily enough, I also learned that uh, apparently some people actually watch my videos. Very interesting. If you're watching this, hello, hello. Nice meeting you. Let's just go to the pickups. Let's start with the non-retro gathering stuff. Let's see. Yes. So first we have Gravity Rush 2, which I ordered fairly shortly after finishing Gravity Rush 1. Sadly, this game is kinda hard to get by in the PAL edition, so I kinda had to just pay full price for a used copy of this. But it's fine. I'm fairly certain I will like it, so it's worth the money, I would assume. Nothing much to see here. Let's see. Let's do Monogatari series second season box set. Very beautiful box set, very clean. I actually got this sealed from Tradera, which is basically Swedish eBay. And this is basically an entire series of 6 different arcs within this very lovely series, which I love very dearly. Very clean, these covers, with some very nice disc art all around. Yeah, it's not super crazy or cool, but it's nice stuff. And this is one of my favorite, all-time overall favorite anime series, so I really have this in very high consideration. That's about what I can say about that. Let's move on to another anime series that I have some fondness for, which is Wonder Egg Priority, which released 4 or 5 years ago. I think 4 years ago, probably. I think it's really good, most of it at least. Sadly, it's sort of this angle isn't very good, is it? Because my light is just kind of making it very hard to focus on my face. I'm gonna turn around. Hello, hello. That's my wall. Cool, huh? So this is an anime series that I have quite some fondness for. It has very lovely character designs, just absolute great stuff. Looks great, and one of my favorite things, the music is phenomenal. A lot of it done by electronic producer called Dede Mouse, who is not to be confused with Dead Mouse. This is a Japanese composer called space Mouse. He's great. I've listened to some of his following stuff as well, like his solo stuff, and I enjoy it. Anyways, the series really went to shit towards the end. Like, it completely devolved into garbage, basically, in the last episode. But I think it's still worth watching. I mean, you can't. It's not like it removes all the good stuff that came before. And I've already seen this show like 3 times. And I look forward to seeing it again now that there's been some time, and maybe I will have an easier time accepting the unfortunate ending, how it all turned out. And I mean, this is not getting a second season. There's just no way. We have Gamera 1 and 2. American Blu-ray this, but luckily it's region free. I actually watched the first film just a couple of days ago, and it was quite great. It's like not some mind-blowing movie, but it's like a really solid kaiju film. We have both the first 2 films on one disc here. It's really good. I think it's definitely at least on par with Godzilla films of the same era. And apparently the third one, which is also American region-free Blu-ray, is supposed to be like one of the best kaiju films of all time. So I'm really looking forward to getting to that. Anyway, let's get to the Retrogathering stuff. So look, I still have this on me. I should remove it. It's very. Disgaea 1 for the PS2 PAL. And I think this only has English dub, while the sequel in the PAL version has Japanese voice available. I don't care that much, to be honest. I actually really like a lot of the English dubs of PS2 era games. Most of them are at the very least fine, I think. So I already have the second game, haven't touched it yet, and now I have the first, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, not much more to say. Seems cool. Also, I got this for free, basically. Gimmick, I got for free because I got second place in Retrogathering's annual Swedish championship of Pong, the very classic game. So I got second place and I got this. And this is basically just a re-release of the old NES game, which is very expensive since it was basically only released in Japan and Scandinavia, I think is the story, something along those lines. Anyway, should I look inside? Yeah, sure. Let's remove the plastic. And you know what? They actually did something really cool in here. Usually it's not very interesting what goes on inside the packages of modern games like this. But we have a very, very lovely little instruction manual, something that's not too common these days. And let me just get it out to show you. Hello. Here. So very lovely, old school style. Big Sunsoft logo up here. Very cute, very lovely. And what's also very lovely is that we have a flippable cover here, which is basically just the original cover, I'm fairly certain. And I mean, this is a good, cute cover, but I think I'm definitely just flipping this because the iconic picture is the original one, right? So I guess I kind of want that showing outwards. That's cool. Let's see. So yeah, I gotta say this is a very good re-release, very beautiful, well done. And even the back of this looks like just pure NES art, probably. I'm assuming that's what it is. So yeah, really cool. And I actually think this remaster was done by some Swedish studio, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe that's they have some connection to Retrogathering. Maybe that's why they give them out for free. Yeah, very lovely, very cool. Let's see if the game is as good as the legend. One more is hidden, I realize. We have very stupid game. South Park Chef's Love Shack, which is basically just a trivia game with mini games, and it's not particularly good. I played it for some South Park Rally. I played it for some time. I played it with my girlfriend. I also played it with one of my friends. It's kind of fun to play with others. Like it's not bad. It's super bad. It's like enjoyable. It's not boring, but it's just very obviously thrown together very quickly. Most of the mini games are just like copies of other games. It's like Space Invaders. It's like asteroids or yeah, stuff like that basically. And the trivia questions are like surprisingly hard because it's like questions about stuff that was culturally relevant in the US in the 90s. Like I don't know how should I know. There's also some more general trivia questions and some South Park related trivia questions, but even then it's like just the earliest seasons, which I think most people now don't really have that good of knowledge around. Anyways, it's like it looks like South Park. Like it's got the style down correctly. It's like it feels like South Park with the characters and they have their real voices and stuff. It's just very bare bones and despite being so Shallow and Bare Bones, it still feels very rushed together. So it's just yeah, that's basically it. But it's I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So let's see. Finally, I also got another Wii, my third one for modding purposes. I've been working all day on like getting funny character models into Mario Kart Wii, which I think is a really fun process. It's also very tiring. I've been like manually editing sound files, like hundreds, literally hundreds of sound files, and also just doing the same process again and again and again, because every time you add a new character, if you want them to display all the details correctly, you need to basically change the details of like 5 or 6 different files and like several different parts of those correctly and remember all the it's very complex and tiring to do, but it's I'm starting to get the hang of it. Anyway, real final stuff I got was I got 2 games, which was basically Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 Japanese editions, which looks super lovely, by the way, super beautiful, in basically new condition. In fact, Super Monkey Ball 2 is still sealed, and Super Monkey Ball here has got like fake seal, like resealed, but it's still like basically new condition below. And I'm gonna look inside Super Monkey Ball now, but I'm not going to rip into Super Monkey Ball 2 today, I guess. Let's see, how do I open this? I don't know. Yes, like this, okay. So here's this basically new condition Super Monkey Ball, a game that I've loved despite not having played to an extreme amount. I basically played it the most in Swedish McDonald's because they had like a display stand of a GameCube with Super Monkey Ball, and I thought it was really hard, but it really left a strong impression. Like that aesthetic is like really, really strong. Yeah, it's like very clean, good condition, and basically. I'm really looking forward to playing this multiplayer. I've heard very good things about that. I'm trying to like build some kind of perfect Wii and GameCube multiplayer machine. That's the reason for my third Wii. So I want it to have like I want to have capabilities of like Mario Kart Double Dash LAN gameplay, Mario Kart Wii modded, which is so good, Super Monkey Ball. You know, I don't know, 007 Nightfire, all the cool multiplayer games. Maybe even pop in some WarioWare. You know, that's basically my plan, and it's going along nicely. So, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again. Bye bye, gamers and other people.